up, family? Welcome back to I Said It, the podcast for all things sports. And today, we talking about Lamar Jackson's getting tagged, man. Franchise tag. We're going to give y'all our opinion on John Morant and who is the greatest UFC fighter of all time. Who to go with them hands? Next on I Said It Sports. Subscribe, y'all. Please. Subscribe. Pretty please. What up, y'all? Welcome back to I Said It, the podcast for all things sports, the podcast for the fans and by us, the fans. I am your co-host, Chris, and y'all see I got the entire crew with me. I got Blair, Darius, Rihanna, and Sean with me today. What up, everybody?
What up?
What's up?
All right, let's get straight to the shit, man. We ain't gonna waste no time bullshitting, y'all. We gotta talk about Rihanna's boy Lamar Jackson. And her Baltimore Ravens. Looks like it's not looking good right now. I'm not gonna say it's over just yet. It's about there. It's about there. Lamar Jackson just a few hours ago, because the deadline to franchise your guys was at 4:00 today.
On a Tuesday.
It's going up on a Tuesday, and it went up. And I personally, me, Christopher, was shocked. I thought that they was going to place the franchise tag on him, but the exclusive tag, and they put the non-exclusive tag on Lamar Jackson, your franchise player. This is your franchise player. This is the face of your team. What are we doing, Brianna? I gotta come to you first because you are the Miss Raven. I gotta come to you first.
Got to do
How are you feeling about? Because I understand you guys apparently are frustrated. I'm sure you are frustrated at this point. How are you feeling about all of this right now? Like, are you still feeling hopeful? Do you feel like fuck that nigga now, man, because we don't want him? Like, how are you feeling?
I'm fine. I don't feel any type of way. Yeah, I don't feel any type of way. I know it's a business at the end of the day, so business decisions have to be made. I feel like them putting the non-exclusive tag on him is going to let him go out there and see if he can get the money that he's looking for, which I doubt he's going to get as much. I don't think he's going to get 200 mil. I think once they, I didn't turn on him. I don't think he's going to get 200 mil. I think he's going to
do not interrupt.
I think he's going to get good money. I definitely think he's worth more than 130 mil. But I think whatever team he negotiates with and they say, hey, we're going to give him this much, I hope that the Ravens are like, okay, we can match that. And they match it. And he decides to stay with the Ravens. But I'm not, I mean, it's a business. But it is what it is.
Damn.
Okay. So the non-exclusive tag, as of right now, he will be getting paid $32 million. Y'all know last year, moving forward right now, Kyler Murray has a better contract than him right now. Kirk Cousins has a better contract than him right now. Derek Carr has a better contract than him right now. Matt Ryan has a better contract than him right now. And our guy, Danny Dimes, just got paid, and he has a better contract than Lamar Louisius Jackson. What the hell are we going to do out here with the Ravens? What are they doing? That's fucking mind blowing. Danny Dimes. Let that register with your mind real quick. Just let that soak in.
How much are these people? How much are these people making?
Danny Dimes
Danny
got
Dimes just got 35 million a year.
4 years,
got what?
160 million.
4 years, 160. 82.
Yeah, so I feel like I definitely
But
feel like
Danny Dimes.
he's worth that. I feel like he's worth that much. Yes, I don't feel like he's worth no $200 million. And that's not me turning on him. I'm not turning on him. That's my nigga. I love Lamar. I'm just saying.
It's a little fishy.
It is.
It's
It
a
is.
little, it's teetering a little bit. It's teetering a little bit.
So
How? I never said that he was worth 200 million. I've never.
How was he
said
not?
that.
How was he not? Listen, this is what I want to say.
Who is getting? Who is getting that 200 mil? Who's getting the 200 mil and above?
The top QB
in the league.
Who? Yeah, in the league right now. Who?
Deshaun Jackson, not Deshaun Jackson. Yeah,
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, my bad.
And
Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes,
45 million.
Patrick Mahomes has MVPs. He has Super Bowls.
Lamar Jackson has an MVP.
He has 8 MVPs.
Yes,
exactly.
But wait a minute. This
going,
wait a minute. Like you just said, it's a business, right? It's a business, and the tradition is
business.
The tradition is
business.
When whoever is up next gets paid more than the guy who was behind him. Meaning, if let's just say for instance, Matt Ryan had balled out and his contract was up. And the highest paid player was Aaron Rodgers. He had just got $40 million. Matt Ryan is going to get more money than Aaron Rodgers. That has always been the case. Period.
Yes, if they balled out. What has he done in the last 2 years? He's not balled out. We have been ass sheep.
How can you sit up here and it's your straight face?
He is a Raven.
Wait a minute.
He's been hurt for the last 2 years.
For the past 2 years, would you have made the playoffs without Lamar Jackson? Just Lamar Jackson. You can have everybody else healthy and all. Would you have made the playoffs without Lamar Jackson? No, you would not have. No. Is Lamar Jackson a top 10 quarterback in the NFL right now?
Yes, definitely.
That's not even a question. So therefore, he is worth $200 million. Whether you like
I'm saying
he is easily worth $200 million.
Nobody gonna give it to him.
I'm saying is
nobody is
the guaranteed money, 200 mil guaranteed. They're not the owners is not cutting the check. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. They've all agreed not to do it. They're not doing it.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me he was willing to go ahead and cut the check for Joe Flacco after he won 1 Super Bowl, right? But he ain't willing to go with a player that we all agree, and I'm sure you agree too, that he better than Joe Flacco was.
Joe Flacco.
No, I'm just asking a question. Is Lamar Jackson better than Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco was not hurt for 2 years consecutively.
Is Lamar Jackson better than Joey
You really
Flacco?
think that Lamar couldn't have played those last
I do, and I think he chose not to. I think he chose not to, and that's fine. That was his decision to make.
I wouldn't have played either.
Exactly. You're not paying me. I ain't playing. I get it. I get the decision that he made. I'm saying that has something to do with the negotiations that's happening in the room. Obviously, that is going to have something to do with it.
Facts. My thing is, you, as the owner, as the Ravens owner, you cannot get mad because of what the Browns did. Now, I do feel like it's a little bit of collusion going on with these motherfuckers not wanting to play these players now that my man got a fully guaranteed deal. Oh, it's definitely some collusion going on. They talking like, hey, don't give him this. You can't give him a full guaranteed deal. That type of stuff. So, my thing is, you got to pay this man. That's bullshit. You weren't having this problem. Let's keep it real. I'm going to keep it real because this year I said it. We weren't having this problem when the best players in the league at quarterback was white people. Let's keep it real. All of a sudden, when the brothers start being better at QB and they get money, now all of a sudden it's a problem. I'm keeping it 1,000. That's from what I see. Now it's a problem. Oh, wait a minute. They're getting They taking it too far now. They took it too far. They're getting fully guaranteed deals now. Listen, you get what you can negotiate, and I understand. Oh, the Browns, that's an outlier. It doesn't matter if it's an outlier or not. Doesn't matter. You still got to come close to that number. You still got to guarantee me at least 200 meals, 200 M's. Is Joe Burrow gonna get 200 M's? Probably so. Patrick Mahomes guy he is. Mm-hmm. He the next up. Give him his motherfucking money. And y'all don't want to pay for no QB because that's just not how y'all do things. That's not how y'all build teams anywhere. NFL different now, bro. You ain't got no quarterback, you ain't winning shit. Period. And your defense ain't that old school defense with Ed Reed and motherfucking Ray Lewis. You ain't got those kind of dudes. You got a good defense, but you ain't got no historical defense. Come on now, bro. I'm going to let somebody else go, but go ahead. Go ahead, Darius.
So that's kind of what I was going to try to piggyback on.
Crazy.
This is the thing. The Ravens I feel like they still well, we don't necessarily got to have the best quarterback to be successful. I feel like they is kind of stuck in the mud a little bit, just a little slower to catching up to the league. I can say that because I feel like my team at one point was the same way. Hey, we used to a certain style of football. Hey, AFC North, smash mouth division. Hey, it's going to be tough defense, blah, 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 blah. But the way that the rules have changed, you just can't play that style no more. Even like the great defenses, the teams that we consider the great defenses right now, a lot of them still give up 20, 25 points a game.
Mm.
So I think that's got a little bit to do with it. And I think that's what it is, man. I think the owner just stuck in his ways, bro. Like, I'm not going to pay this quarterback this amount of money. I think I can go get me another quarterback for cheaper. But how I personally feel is when you got top 5 talent, you got to pay him. You got to pay him. You got to pay him. I understand, the Deshaun Watson deal probably reset the market. So what? Quarterback reset the market like every 2 years, bro.
Yeah.
And all they gonna do in the new CBA is give y'all more fucking money to spend. So it ain't gonna matter. I do feel like somebody is gonna pay him. One thing I do agree with Brianna, I don't know if he's gonna get 200 mil guaranteed, but I do think he is gonna be close.
I agree.
185, 190. And I feel like the Ravens could have did that. They could have did 185.
No, they're gonna let him go out there and see
and find out that they've already agreed to not pay anybody that much money again for 5 years. Yeah.
You want to go out there and see, go see, and when you see, now take this money that we're giving you. Here, we matching their offer. They offered you 185. Here go your 185. The end.
But I feel like if y'all was
have a great day.
Y'all should have just paid
it. Don't work like that.
Yeah, we're gonna match it. We're gonna match it.
You feel disrespected at this point. This is disrespectful.
I don't think the Ravens will match you 185.
And that's fine. It is what it is. This is you choose to stay or you can choose to go.
So if somebody, what I'm saying is, wait a minute now. So if somebody comes off and they offer him the 200 M's, right? And he said he already said he's not looking for 250 guaranteed. He just wants his 200 M's or something really close. And y'all offer me 130. Motherfucking Russell Wilson got 161 guaranteed. You can't give Lamar Jackson, and we saw the year he had. You can't give Lamar Jackson 200 M's. Come on, bro.
He's not. They're not. Nobody's out here like, yes, let's go give him 200 mil. Nobody said that.
It's his turn, though.
If you look at the news on Twitter, it's a lot of teams that's like, yeah, no, we're not even about to talk to him. We're not negotiating.
Let's keep it real. That's most of that is smoke screen. The Browns said the same thing about Watson last year. Look what happened. He got $250 million guaranteed.
230.
230. Whatever.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I assume they should pay him. I don't know. They might not, man. If they actually agreed to not pay anybody that much money, then it's quite possible he won't get his money. But other than that, like, I don't see why they wouldn't pay him other than they don't really like pay. They didn't want to pay Joe Flacco after the Super Bowl. And everybody was like, they kind of got stuck because he won a Super Bowl. And that's kind of how it worked out. But Lamar is coming off of different circumstances. And I feel like they have had a hard sell for what they're trying to get him to do anyway, which makes it a little more difficult. They should give him his money because maybe, but I guess they like our defense is good enough that we can win it with a bum. We don't need anybody super good. We should just be able to make. I don't know why they think that way because even Joe Flacco had to have like a good run for them to make it through the Super Bowl that year. So I don't really understand. Other than the real idea that they're not guaranteeing $230 million to anybody anytime soon seems to be the reasoning behind why they don't want to pay him. Other than that, that to me is like the new price. Like Daniel Jones he was like, he got 40 million. Even if only so much of it is guaranteed, like he can still get 40 million. And they play around with salary cap stuff. And Aaron Rodgers is cooking the Packers right now for like 58 mil. So I get it. But you're gonna have to pay the man something. Like you're gonna have, and I'm assuming he wants more than Kirk Cousins guaranteed. So that'll put him in the $40 million a season range right there. I hope he get it. I really do. Seems like they're not going to try to give it to him, but I hope somebody give it to him. They should.
I do want to say I disagree with one statement you made, Chris, was about that because this man is black, he ain't getting this money. I highly disagree with that. If you look at your top 10 that you had before the show, 6 of those guys are men of color. Another thing I do want to add, the guys that's getting that loot, they either are MVPs, had an MVP, or went to the Super Bowl or won the Super Bowl. Only person that probably is not that, but 2, is probably Deshaun Watson and old buddy for the Cardinals. But
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, Kyler Murray. But like Russell Wilson, he got a ring. Aaron Rodgers got a ring. And most of these dudes do control their whole team. So what I don't understand from the Ravens is that they built their whole organization around this man. That's what's kind of confusing me. My thing is, are y'all trying to go to like rebuilding mode without Lamar Jackson? That's what's kind of confusing me now. I kind of disagree with Brianna and Darius on the fact I think he will get $200 million. And the reason is there's a lot of teams that need a quarterback. The thing is, with Lamar, he don't have a lot of film of being that guy at quarterback, a pure quarterback. You get what I'm saying? Not to say he won't get you 1,000 with his feet. You know what I'm saying? He might get you 2,500, 3,000 with his arm. But that shit ain't going to last forever. You can't run everywhere. You're going to look like RG3. But there's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks. So he might get a call from, the Redskins or Indianapolis or several teams. Shit, even Denver might be open to doing that shit. And that's far fetched. But he if he don't get 200, he damn sure gonna come close. But I don't think it is a color thing. I think it's to where owners have gotten burnt so many times. Ben got is not a word, but have gotten burnt so many times, but they have been getting burnt for like 30, 40 years. Jamarcus Russell burnt owners. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's just the way the game goes. So I do agree with Darius. Every 2-3 years, somebody setting the record. Somebody setting the record. And he do deserve $200 million, even though I'm not a fan of him. I'm actually glad to see him gone out of our division if he do decide to leave. But I do also agree that, by him not having an agent, it is harder. And that's what almost anything. You going to Fort Million, you might get smacked. You might get smacked. You know what I'm saying? Just certain things, you got to have that person that know what the fuck they talking about. You got to have a real estate agent You know what I'm saying? That's gonna show you the ins and outs. You gotta have an inspector that's gonna show you shit that's wrong with your house that you didn't know about. So I do feel as if that's kind of hurting him. But at the end of the day, I'm glad to see these guys standing their ground and want their money because baseball, the MLB, and the NBA, you got guaranteed deals. This is a full contact sport. Full contact sport. These guys, most of these guys don't make it past 3 years. So I can't be guaranteed my money. Same thing with the NIL deals. I'm glad these college kids, I've been standing on this for a minute, and I'm about to get off the subject. But I'm glad these kids getting their money because tomorrow ain't guaranteed. I get hurt in the weight room. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys, like Blair say all the time, the non-contact injuries happen every day. Mm-hmm. So why not pay this man the money for what he already done for you? That's my thing. Well, he already done for you because before that, like Chris said, y'all were just mainly known just for defense. Jamal Lewis was doing this thing. You had a few good years. You know, Mark Ingram did okay, but Bailey, it's been a Jamar show since he pulled up on y'all, man. So I believe the Ravens should pay him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that they got to do the Deshaun Watson deal, but at least give him what he's worth and what he's owed for what he done put into your organization. That's my take.
That's why you got to pay niggas early, man. If you go ahead and pay them, you don't have this problem. You pay him one time, then if you feel like, okay, this shit ain't working, you don't got to extend him. Then you can let him go. That's not just
I got a question for that, though. You think if, say that MVP year, say they like, okay, well, we're going to pay you after that. You think he'll get more money after that MVP year than now?
If he performs, yes, because I think he'll look at circumstances different. Lamar Jackson would be willing to take more risk because he'll feel like they did right by him. So, like, little nagging injuries, like, I'm with Brianna. I think he probably could have played them last couple of games.
Yeah.
If I already had a contract, man, fuck it. I might as well play. I got my security. Then, you know, all of that'll go into account. He played them last, 4 games. They go 3-1. If Lamar Jackson playing against the Bengals, who knows what could have happened? You know what I'm saying? But that's why I feel like, yeah, when these dudes, when they good early, pay them early. That way, if they fall, if you feel like they fell off later, then you can cut ties. They also cheaper when you pay them early. If you would have paid him after the MVP year, he wouldn't have asked for $200 million because Deshaun Watson didn't have a $230 million contract.
Okay.
Facts. The only thing that I disagree with Brianna on is saying that he hadn't been balling. He been doing his thing. So
I didn't say he hasn't been balling.
You said the last 2 years he ain't been balling. That's what you said.
I said the last 2 years. You said did we make it? We made it to the playoffs without him? No, but I mean, what have we been doing? The last 2 years he's been hurt. We made it to the playoffs, and what we did there.
But we literally just said if he had a contract, now so you nod your head. If he had a contract, wouldn't he have been playing in last season?
We don't know because it ain't happened. I don't know.
It didn't happen because it's they fault.
I don't know because it ain't happened, so I can't give you no what ifs.
And if that man walk away, good luck to you and yours. Because
if he walks away, I'm still going to ride with my team, regardless.
Oh yeah, you already know that.
Yeah, we ain't saying
I am still going to ride with my team. I like Lamar. I wish he would stay, but if he doesn't, it's a business. It is what it is. I know we gonna suck. We gonna suck now. We gonna suck, but it's fine. It is what it is.
It is what it is. We understand that this is not a Kevin Durant situation. You are the Raven lady, so we good. We good here. We good here. But
I look forward to that 5-11 next year. Shit,
It's not over just yet. It's not over because they can match. They can match. Yeah. Who knows if they match? It's remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. But we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to another popular topic, which has been Ja Morant. He has been suspended for 2 games, and then the team came out and said that he has been suspended for indefinitely. Apparently, I don't know what he was on. Was he on Instagram or something where he showed the gun?
Live.
Yeah, Instagram
Live.
Yeah.
I come to find out he was in Denver.
Yeah, they was in Denver.
Oh, so he was on the road. Oh, and they ain't supposed to take no weapons on the road.
It was after the game.
Lord Jesus. Okay.
So, but he didn't have it. He didn't have it on him getting on the plane because you do get checked getting on the plane.
Obviously,
even the NBA players who got the private, they get checked before they get on the plane. So he did not have it with him getting on the plane.
Okay, so it could have been his. It could have been one of his boys brought it with him. They don't know. Basically, is what they saying, and they're trying to figure that out now. But I've been seeing a lot of people talk about Ja Morant and what he needs to do and things of that nature. And some of it I agree with, some I disagree with. Me personally, this is my personal feelings on the whole situation.
Personal.
I feel like, and this is what we gonna say how we personally feel. I just feel personally. I started getting into it with Darius a little bit. I think about it a little bit differently than how everybody else has been coming at it, because he was not a highly recruited basketball player coming out of high school. He didn't pop off until he got to college, and he went to a smaller college. So him going into the NBA, he still wasn't the most famous, rookie, because you still got Zion. Zion was the most famous rookie at that time when they both coming out. I feel like him personally, he's just struggling with having to live in a bubble. I feel like he is struggling with having to do things differently than what he used to do them. He had the freedom to fuck up and be all right, and ain't nobody gonna notice. You know what I'm saying? I get to do whatever the fuck I want to do.
It's not your turn, Blair. It's not your turn, Blair.
No. Go ahead. Let him interject. I personally just don't think he's. Mm-hmm.
Had he done that before?
No.
I have no idea.
If he did, it would be other videos coming out.
I'm just asking.
I'm talking about the whole. I'm talking about all encompassing all of the stuff that they saying that this man has been doing. I feel like he is struggling, having to live in a bubble, and he was living his life like he normally would live it before he was in the NBA.
Okay.
And a lot of these people are saying, "Oh, he had a 2-parent household and he went to a private school. He ain't like that." Blah blah. I don't know that. His boys might be like that. He might have been doing that type of shit with his boys his whole entire life up until this point. We don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. But my thing is, I just feel like he is struggling, having to deal with being a star, and he ain't used to that shit. And he's trying to figure it out. And I just feel like they need a vet on the team to show him the way. That's just me.
I don't think he's struggling with stardom.
He's
okay. I don't think so, because he's been a star for a minute now. And I mean, he's bigger now, but he's been Ja Morant for a minute now. The spotlight, I guess, is more on him, I guess, now, and I don't see him. I mean, even before he wasn't acting like, there will be other videos of people will resurface other stuff that he's done that's been outlandish and crazy. I don't know why he's doing this now. It's bizarre to me. Maybe he is going through something. That's what I feel like. Maybe he's going through something. I just don't understand why he's doing it now. Because he's been a star for a minute.
So Blair had raised his hand, so I'm gonna let him go first.
No, I just didn't understand, but y'all go ahead, man. I'm
okay. So I'm gonna just give you. I probably just got a little bit more, not knowledge on his life, but just I've probably seen more of his basketball career than y'all, just because he from like 30 minutes where I'm from. So I've seen Ja Morant in high school, playing. He's always been, I do agree with Chris, he wasn't like highly recruited, but he's always been like a explosive player, like jumping up, dunking on niggas. He been doing that shit since high school. Another thing, knowing where he from. I don't know if he went to private school or not. I do know about something South Carolina. I don't know. I know he came up in a 2-parent household. I don't know if it was on the good side. I don't know if it was on the other side. No matter where you at in Sumter, the nickname for Sumter is Merc City. Sumter is hood. So I feel like he just being a young guy. I feel like a lot of these guys just do dumb shit being young. You want to be flashy, especially people from a lot of guys from the South, niggas from the South is flashy. We like the flaws, blah, 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 at least in my opinion. So I just feel like he's just a young kid that probably just got caught up in the limelight a little bit, which we see that shit happen all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that a mistake he made. I feel like he'll learn from it. He'll grow from it. I don't think, like Brianna said, I don't think he's just out here just doing crazy stuff. But I feel like, and I see this a lot of the times with athletes and rappers and stuff like that. Yeah, you hold on to some of that stuff that you do. And then later on, if something happens, you realize, okay, I can't do that on camera. Hey, there's one place, there's one club. Hey, I love this club. I can't be seen in this club doing this, that, and the third, and stuff like that. So I think he gonna be just fine. I don't think he should change his personality. I love who he is. I just feel like, hey, he was probably feeling himself. This nigga had the pistol. Somebody probably said something in the Instagram live chat, and he was probably like, hey, Merc City, nigga, I really feel like that's all it was. Feel like he
still needs to I still think he needs to like watch the crowd that he keeps. I know that's his voice from like way back, but like, it's just like, my nigga, you the money, my nigga. So I need you to get your shit together.
I feel like, it's one of them cases like, hey, you the breadwinner, bruh. You gotta step a little bit. I ain't saying
nigga, you the money.
I'm not saying don't be you. Like, be you. But you just know, hey, certain stuff you can do at the house when it's just you and your dad and your homeboys. But when you out, you on camera and shit like that, it's just certain stuff that you can't do.
Right. Agreed.
I just think he was tripping.
Yeah, he was definitely tripping. And I just think he's young. He's young.
Man, my thing is this.
My boy was
I take the young thing for a lot of it. They watch too much TV and Instagram. Like, y'all ain't seen enough people get in trouble for being stupid with guns and drugs. Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, all y'all do is live on y'all phones. Y'all all seen somebody fall for the same thing. But he just got in trouble for jail for somebody trying to drop him like a perk or something in the jail. Like, while you in the courtroom. Like, and it ain't like you didn't see the video. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, y'all see these things and act like, and that's the problem, is like, because I feel like they see too much of it and it's not real to them anymore. Like, none of this is real. This is all just a big game, and hopefully you can get clipped for being, good at something, but it doesn't matter as long as you get picked up for something. And it's like, your money does not come from the internet, dude. Your money comes from basketball, bro. Like, there's a line that you have to toe. And if you didn't know what it was, you obviously know what it is now. I don't get the guns on Instagram thing, and like, I don't understand the point of that. Because honestly, if you're shooting somebody, like, no, I don't carry a strap, never. If he gets shot in your presence, I don't know what happened. What is wrong? Like, I don't get the point. I just don't understand like why you flash, because that's all it invites other dudes to like want to flash guns at you on camera and be like, I'm tougher. It's just it's so weird to me, man. I don't get it. It's
weird, but like I said, bro, that's what them young niggas be doing. Now, like I said, he gotta realize, bro, you not just some regular young nigga. Like I said.
Even like before when they had that incident with his boys at the Grizzly Arena, like you've been in the news too much, Ja. So you need to watch the company you keep. Obviously, them niggas is not for you. Because at this point, it's like it's your image that's getting fucked up, not theirs. Don't nobody know them niggas.
Exactly. Nobody knows.
I don't know, but it's a weird. It's really weird to me. Like, I'm not telling you not to live your life and be you, right. But I don't get the point of like always trying to pose with a strap. I don't get your point. I don't understand that. And that's the weirdest thing to me, because like people who actually kill you ain't flashing guns all the time. Dudes who like our old assassins or work for the mob, they just kill people. They like, no, he killed a lot of people. There's no evidence of him killing them people other than the people standing in the room when it happened. I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand why you want to be known for something like that. It's just weird to me.
Hey man, I agree with Blair. Anybody I know that has walked down that path and has actually taken somebody's life, never seen them in a picture with a gun. So
not never.
It makes no, because I don't get it. I don't understand the point, bro, because everybody over the age of 18 can have a gun. Like, it's not a special thing that you have one. Anybody over 18 can have a gun in this country. So I don't get why you have to be shown carrying your gun. Like, yeah, I keep my gun. I go to the strip club with my gun. I think that's the most absurd place to have a gun ever in life, is at a strip club. What are you doing? Like, the whole point of this is good times for everybody. Like, we supposed to be having fun, bro. What are you, like, seriously? But I've been to, and it only happened once, and I thought it was weird right before it happened. But like, who shoots up a strip club? Like, everybody there's supposed to be there for the same thing, and y'all going mad? Like, it just don't make sense, bro.
But at the same time, he is who he is. And it's
a strip club.
Niggas all over the place.
Nobody's supposed to be mad at the strip club. That's the thing.
This is true.
That's the point of the strip club. What are we mad at?
But we think nobody. This is true. But we think nobody's supposed to be mad at the cookie shop. And look at Young Doll.
At the who?
Nobody's at the cookie shop. And look at Young Doll.
Yeah,
you never know. So I agree that you need to keep it on you if that's the case, because you never know. It's envious niggas all over the place who want what you got. But
hey, you know the statistic for you getting shot carrying a gun is much higher when you show it to
people. I'm not saying
don't show people your gun. Like, the idea of carrying a gun invites violence to your life. Because people flash guns. That's how people get shot.
I agree to this. So what I'm saying is, no, he shouldn't have been on there toting the gun. I don't think it was his, but he shouldn't have been on there toting it, showing it off. Of course not. And I think that he should have security around him at all times. Nigga, you are Ja Morant.
My assumption is,
and that's where I was going.
I assume it's a sarcastic thing, because I heard like it wasn't a real gun; it was a lighter gun. But I'm like, what's the point? What is the point? Like, dude, you literally represent the NBA. Do you think they're okay with you flashing guns and being stupid? Have you never heard about Gilbert Arenas? Is that a dude you never heard of in life? Like, you don't know what he did and how that hurt him? I don't understand. I don't get it. And maybe that's the I don't care about the money part. Like, I don't care about the money. I'm hood. I'll shoot you anyway. I don't know, bro. It's just weird to me. You can't do both. Like, the dudes who go to jail for killing people after they get famous, like, you cannot do both. You cannot still be super hood and your life is lived in front of a camera. It does not work that way. You just can't do both. Even Boosie, like, nah, bro, this ain't gonna get it. I cannot do this and be rich. You can't do both.
Boosie said, anybody who say they still selling drugs and they rapping, they lying. We rappers, man. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Come on, bro. What did Jay-Z say?
Shout, you got anything you want to add to the conversation,
brainless,
real
bro.
quick?
You shoot me. Brainless. It doesn't make any sense.
I'll say this, man. The NBA got it in the phone. You know what I'm saying? No matter who you are, superstar, 6 man, 12 man, the NBA got an image to uphold, man. Even about 20 years ago with the AI situation, they started having guys wearing suits and all that because they wanted to have a business savvy. They wanted to get out to Africa and Europe and all that stuff like that to broaden. And I think if you look now, Commissioner Stern, he did an excellent job by doing that, by uplifting the image. Because at that point in time, Ron Artest slamming niggas, it was raw and ruthless. You know what I'm saying? So with that going on, and social media just, I don't care if it was a lighter or what, it could be a 12-year-old little kid mafia. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, no, you ain't telling nobody to do it. You got people watching all the time. That's my thing. So I just think he just needs somebody in his ear that is positive. That can, smarten him up a little bit, but he's still young. He's supposed to make mistakes. He's supposed to. That's the key. He's supposed to make mistakes. Yes, he got money, all this, but there's billionaires that make mistakes. You get what I'm saying? So I think, like I said, I don't think he need to be banned for the year. I do think he need to be sat down for a little bit, probably do some little counseling classes. You know what? Again, he is from the South, so guns is like the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing new. The thing is, he's just not for the South. He's a national brand. He's a worldwide brand. That my thing is his branding might be in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? He just got that deal with Nike. They basically gave him that deal. Yeah, so it's like that's what I'm worried about more than anything. But other than that, he is a hooper.
As long as he's getting help.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He apologized immediately. I do want to add that. He did apologize immediately. But let's keep it up front, though. Ain't nobody playing with no guns in the club. You taking that gun in there for protection. You know what I'm saying? Or to show it off. Either or. That ain't no fake, man. Come on, man. Quit faking. But other than that, hope you do get help. And keep on balling. He was my MVP for the year, but man,
Sorry, guy. Go ahead and take them classes. Get back to dunking on niggas. Fuck the people.
Yeah, do what you gotta do, bro. Do what you gotta do, but
keep it clean.
Hopefully
next year, you'll be all right.
Yeah, hopefully you get it together,
clean
man.
Summer though, you're going to have a super clean summer.
Here, I said it. We wishing the best for you, bro. Do whatever you need to do to get back to where you was at. But moving on. Yeah, moving on. Y'all know we got to finish. We had a great question that was posed to us. Who is the greatest UFC fighter of all time? And we had a little bit of a difference of opinion out here. So, I just want to go ahead and let y'all open up the floor to y'all. Whoever wants to go first, go ahead and say who your GOAT is and why.
Yeah.
Who's your GOAT and
John
why?
Jones don't want to hear nothing else. You know why? Because he beat everybody the fuck up. That's why. That's it. I don't got nothing else to say. He beat everybody up, bro. Everybody. And I think I was talking to Blair last night. I'm like, it was like no matter the circumstance, he was young, beating people up. Hey, he got famous, started doing cocaine, beating people up. They're like, oh, well, we're going to suspend you. All right, cool. Come back, beating people up. And then use him with cocaine again. He's like, that is fine. I'm going to continue to beat people up. He beat up so many people that he had to change divisions. And then he took 3 years off to make sure he was ready. And he came and beat the nigga in 2 minutes, bro.
Nobody in 2 minutes in the first round.
2 minutes.
That's ridiculous, man.
Into the first round. Didn't even break a real sweat, bro. I just think it's a hard resume to top, man. It's a hard resume to top. And y'all threw out some good names, so I'm going to let y'all present y'all names. But for me, hey, Bones Jones, bro, I'm going to hire this dude to be my security because he beat niggas up.
Yeah, I told you it was Buddy, bro. I don't know who else it could be. There's
Brianna, is Bones Jones for you too?
I don't know who none of these people are.
I knew she was going to say that.
She was going to say that, man.
She was like, I don't know that. Listen, Sean, who'd you have? Who you got?
Man, I really ain't got nobody, man. It's a good question. We talked about it earlier, but it's like, man, I don't really want to say a guy because they was all entertaining. Like, for real, for real. Like, this ain't my sport that I truly indeed love and study. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I don't want to just say a name out there. I could say who entertained me the most, you know what I'm saying, that I love to watch. That would be Anderson Silva. That's who I
Oh,
love to
Anderson
watch
Silva
the
up
most.
there. He up there.
Yeah. But as far as the best of the best, I might have to go, and they got this. I want to say the same record. Again, don't quote me, but he only lost 2 times. I want to go with St. Pierre.
He's
GSP.
John
26-2.
Jones never lost, bro. He got DQ'd once.
No, not true. He's 27-1 in no contest, so that one is no contest. I
He
think that's
got
because
DQ'd. He got
That's what I
drug.
was counting.
DQ'd. That was the
Mm-hmm.
he's 27-1, bro. The one is a no contest. That is the DQ. Bro has not lost to anybody. He was the youngest light heavyweight champion at 23. He beat everybody up for like 18, for what, like 12 years, and then he was like, I'm tired. I'm tired of winning this division. Daniel Cormier, they kept talking about how he wasn't a heavyweight champ. He left and came back. So what would it take to make John Jones your number one? Because I dig what you see and what you saw, but like, dude wins, bro. And they're not like drawn out fights. Like he beat you up in the first round, second round. Like the one when he destroyed my man in the first round with the dislocated toe, they was like they was gonna stop that fight. The doctor would have stopped the fight had they made it to the intermission. He beat Buddy up before they stopped the fight. Like my man has a crazy record, bro. Like
what I will say is, I feel like these are if you gonna compare somebody to them, a GSP or Anderson Silva is gonna be like the debate.
Anderson Silva before he got old. GSP quit
Anderson Silva
before it even went downhill.
Oh yeah, like GSP was just like fuck that. But GSP was punishing people, bro. Like he was.
Yeah, because like when I first started watching UFC, like for real, like starting to pay attention to it, Anderson Silva was that dude, man. He's had the longest title reign in UFC history. I think he had the belt for like 6 years or some stuff. Like that's nuts. And by the time when he started losing, he was old and he shouldn't have been fighting at that point.
That's because he ran people in the face, standing up. That shit was crazy. Come on, man.
Leaving buddies leaking. But I definitely agree, man. Like John Bones Jones. I'm not gonna argue if you say John Bones Jones. Okay. I'm not gonna argue if you say Anderson Silva or whoever you got. It's just for me, just from what I remember, I think John Bones Jones he right there, bro. He right there. And I can't argue against anybody's points, man.
Bro, I felt like you immediately, when I asked you, you immediately was like, not Jones. You was like,
well, nah, because I was trying
or Jones, and I'm like, okay, that's like you remember Anderson Silva.
Yeah, so
but Jones still has not lost, bro. Like, what would it take for you to be like, yeah, he the man? He got to just beat heavyweight for a long time.
To be honest with you, I mean that'd be a little bit part of it, but to be honest with you, whenever anybody says somebody is the greatest of all time, I immediately, as somebody who is a historian in sports, I immediately like, whoa, is this disrespectful to such and such? Like, wait a minute.
Here's the thing: you can say that, but UFC's not that old. And if
I
talking about current UFC versus old UFC, it's a complete difference there too. So if you're
understand that, but literally
can't use the historian thing for UFC.
I get it, but literally like 3 years ago, it was 3, 4, 5 years ago, everybody was saying Anderson Silva is the GOAT for all time. And then he came back out of retirement, beat a couple dudes, and then he lost to a couple dudes, and then he just kind of faded away.
But Jones was still fighting then too, bro. Like he was still fighting and winning.
Right, and that's like towards the beginning of his career.
It takes time for you to build a career like that.
I understand, but what I'm saying is that's the first thought I go to. Like, wait a minute, let's reevaluate this now. Let me not just jump out there and say that he the GOAT. Let me look at it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm not gonna argue you down if he is or if he ain't. I'm not ready to do it just yet. Just me personally. Just like you say.
Again, I ask, what does it? Because I know you're not putting him number one, bro. What does it take for you to put him number one?
I don't know. Maybe a couple more wins. I have no idea. I don't know what's going to get me to that point. I don't know.
Another thing I say about John Jones, this nigga don't duck no smoke, bro.
No.
Like, if you want to fight him, he like, bro, let's fight. After he won, and he called out the next dude, like, hey, you next.
Immediate top ranked dude. Yeah, that's left. Yeah.
You next. I'm coming for you.
Hey, and that's you know that fight can happen quick because he beat Buddy so fast he ain't even break a sweat.
Nigga might fight other Buddy next weekend.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But that's gonna wrap it up for this.
Hold on. I'm gonna leave y'all with a fun fact. Did you know that if you participate in Dana White's Slap League,
because we looked at it, yeah, that's tough. That is tough.
That you get paid $2,000 for participating, and you
let somebody slap you in the face, you get $2,000.
If you win,
you get $2,000.
They might give you another $2,000. They're saying if you was like the top slapper, I guess, I don't know what to call them, the top slapper, it may be possible for you to get $10,000. So just know, it's people out here catching concussions for $2,000.
Getting slapped across the whole live face for $2,000.
How do you
get Lamar his money?
Do you think this is, my real question was, do you think that this sport is going to be something that sticks around for a little bit?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. I don't really think of this as a sport. I guess it's more of a endurance type of thing, or how great is your chin, bro. I guess how great is your chin?
I'm cool with a competition of because the spelling bee is a competition. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Look, man.
So I think
it's definitely not a sport.
I think it's going to stick around because people just like violence. Yeah, I think it's going to stick around because people just like violence. And,
well, the slap videos are popular, so
yeah, they said they get like every one they post on TikTok, they get like 10 million views per video.
People like watching other folks get slapped. So
people stop getting slapped for minuscule amounts of money. That is all.
Yeah, that's weird to me. $2,000 is not enough for me to just swallow some slappings. Like, it's just not. You just be slapping me in my face.
Message. So that's gonna be it for us today, y'all. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate y'all. See y'all next week. Where we're gonna say we're gonna talk about where Lamar Jackson might go. Who's the best fit for him next week. See you later. Deuce.
Peace. Next week, huh?
Next week.